Hey, what's up, everyone? What's good? What's good? What's good in these social media streets? And since we're on YouTube as well too. So again, if you guys can hear me, if you guys can see me when it comes to with my camera and my voice, when it comes to with my built-in microphone too, when it comes to with my laptop, I'm not sure how I sound on your end when it comes to with the this live stream also too. So feel free to let me know if you guys can hear me okay, if you guys can see me okay too. And I welcome you guys to another Wellness Wednesday Solutions live stream. This is a place for us to have open discussions when it comes to wellness, wellness for the body, for our emotional health, our mental health too, and just like for our overall health too. All the above. So if it's just like when it comes so if this is like, your favorite thing to talk about when it comes to with wellness and just like when it comes to with wellness too, just really talk about it in every aspect, you're in the right place at the right time. And much love to all you guys who are just, watching this live and for those who are watching the replay too. So again, I thank you guys for just really being here too and just like, taking the time throughout your busy day, whether it's in the morning, if it's in the afternoon, or definitely in the evening too, if you guys are too in the world. So yes, indeed. Yo, what's up, Dolly? Good to see you. What is good? What's good? Howdy to you too, partner. So yes, indeed. If I have a cowboy hat, I'll be tilting it down my head right now, as I like out of show of respect too. So thank you for being here, Dolly. And it's really good to see you. Hopefully everything is going well. I'm looking forward to your live stream. If you done it already too, I have to check out your channel too. If you guys haven't checked out Dolly's channel too, the Wolf Girl Oracle, you feel free to do so. She is awesome, knowledgeable, and she knows what she's talking about too when it comes to everything that she's doing on her channel too. So yeah, good stuff. Thank you for being here, Dolly. It's a nice surprise. What's good, JR? And thank you for being here too. So when it comes to being here too, what's up, JR? What's good? What's good? Thank you for being here too. And yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh man, I got some stuff I want to share with you guys today too. And depending on how long this live stream will be, it might be short, it might be long. Who knows too. So when it comes to with this live stream too, and especially, when it comes to, having an open discussion about wellness, it can go in so many ways too when it comes to that. I mean, it could be just like, talking about, emotional wellness, when it comes to mental health and everything else. Physical wellness, when it comes to certain activities that can help, strengthen our body to just, and just like, what mental wellness too, when it comes to, for our mental health too. So, again, I'm just, being careful and respecting, staying in my own lane when it comes to expertise. Because again, I'm no psychologist, I'm a therapist, and especially I'm no doctor too. I'm just a shamanic life coach, wellness advocate, yogi, basically a nerdy hippie. And I'm proud of that and embracing that too. So yeah. Just want to, mention that. And also too, in she says, I have a wellness issue. I need to lose weight. Man, I'm such an emotional leader. Oh yeah, I understand that, Dolly, and I'm sorry that you're going through that too. So when it comes to that as well, and again too, it's just sometimes I can understand where you're coming from when it comes to just dealing with that kind of challenge too. So I'm just gonna pray for you too, Dolly. It just like when it comes to find a way to just really to deal with that too, because I know sometimes certain things it really affect our emotional health and our mental health too, and especially when it comes to our body as well. So yeah, I can understand that too and can relate to that in a different way too. So yes, indeed. And I'll pray for you, Dolly, too. And JR says, do you listen to meditation music before you sleep or just that's a good question. Usually you listen to meditation music wherever that, you know, um wherever that the mood strikes me too. It really depends on the kind of music I want to listen to. If like I want to sleep, I'll just say that I'll listen to like, meditation music that's really relaxing, that can help me to, help my body to relax and my mind to relax and, my emotional side to relax too. Because, you never know if I'm anxious, got a lot of in my mind and you just, and it's really reacting to that in my body where I'm just really, all over the place too. So it really depends on what I need to, but I usually do listen to meditation music, especially on YouTube. Also, there's like a whole I say like mostly like a catalog now too when it comes to just like meditation music, and especially when it comes to certain music too from different cultures. I mean, like Tibetan music and all sorts of music too. If you guys haven't checked it out, you just, but even like with like, singing bowl kind of sounds too, because sound itself is very powerful. It's really good for our minds too, just to help the mind to relax, help our emotional side to just relax also. And just like when it comes to that too, it's like on YouTube especially, there's like mostly like a whole catalog now when it comes to with sounds and music. And depending how you want to just feel inspired, feeling kind of like want to relax, there's a whole bunch of stuff for it too. So that's a really good question there, JR. And that's really cool. I like that. And so hopefully that answered your question too. I kind of usually I need to go overboard or something too. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely prayers. Yeah, for sure, Dolly. I totally understand where you're coming from with that too. And it's just like, sometimes, again, like I was saying earlier about staying my lane of expertise, like I'm no nutritionist whatsoever, because if I was, I'll be helping you out in a heartbeat. But when it comes to that, I'm not a nutritionist whatsoever. I'm a shamanic life coach and yogi, a certified yogi too, say it at least. And and just like when it comes to with that also, and it's just like when it comes to with that, you always have a place to just really express yourself. And when it comes to with topics like wellness too, and same goes to everyone in the chat too. So definitely, I'll definitely will keep praying for you and for anyone who's going through similar challenges as well too. So yes, indeed. Yo, what's up? At my own pace, what's good? What's good? Thank you for being here. Big shout out to you. Hopefully, everyone, hope you're doing good and everything else too. So thank you for being here and just really showing support also too. So when it comes to that, and much love to you also, and to all you guys too who are here too. And she says, I like both silent meditation and meditation with sound. It depends on. Yeah, exactly, Dolly. It depends on what you're trying to achieve and want to experience. So it could be like when it comes to silent meditation or just like, meditation with sound. I mean, meditation can come in so many forms too. Even like with walking meditation, if you ever guys ever experiment this before. You probably guys have, over the years. It's just like, walking on the beach or in the forest or just walking somewhere that's just really soothing and silent where you can just really just feel kind of like at ease, really just be you, if that makes sense too. So when it comes to with that, I mean, like, and this is, you guys could quote me on this. I mean, quote me, but you can always disagree with what I'm about to say. And I like with meditation is just the practice of just really being present in the moment too. So it's kind of like, just like with meditating and just really, say, like with sitting meditation, just really being with yourself too, and just really relaxing your mind, relaxing your body, and just really being in that kind of place too can really just be powerful, but also can really just be challenging too. To where if you're just kind of on your mind, you just really need to just really, you know, relax and just really letting your mind relax too when it comes to just really being present in that moment. But sometimes too, like, the body really needs to just, to move because that's like, our body's designed to move, to, touch and smell and taste and all that stuff too. So it's kind of like, when it comes to with meditation, how you want to practice that, it can really look different for so many people too. So it could be like from meditation with sound to just silent meditation, however that works for you, just really connect with that. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful too when it comes to with that as well. Just saying that for anyone who's listening. So I like guiding meditations. Yeah, singing bowls and tuning forks are really good tools too, especially they got a really powerful frequency as well. So when it comes to with tuning forks and with singing bowls too, and even just like with I think there's Tibetan, well, I know there's Tibetan singing bowls, but also too with gongs as well, from East Asian cultures, gongs and with Tibetan singing bowls and crystal singing bowls and tuning forks. It's those tools alone are really powerful, especially when it comes to just with sound in general too. So that's really cool, Jr. That you like that for yourself too, and I think that's really cool. So she says I've been thinking about doing yoga and attempt to help with stress and emotional things. My physical therapist is a yoga instructor, and she yeah, shout out to your physical therapist too. And just like when it comes to with yoga, and especially with the asana part of the practice also, which really involves with movement, preparing for like that meditation too. It's just like yoga can really be very beneficial for anyone who really just practice it in a really healthy and healing way too. So, like when it comes to what your physical therapist recommends for you too, that's pretty powerful. And big shout out to your physical therapist also. It sounds like he or she knows what they're talking about too. So yeah, I totally when it comes to with yoga too, it really can help when it comes to just really really how can I say this? It can really help to just really really support your overall life in a really powerful way too for our emotional health and physical health and mental health too. So I'll just leave it at that. I mean, I'm a certified yogi and I'm still learning about things too. So it's kind of like I don't have all the answers. I just study regularly too. And that's a cool thing too. So when it comes to with that and just like when it comes to how people want to practice yoga in a really powerful way, even just if it's like off the mat also too, just really, learning about the philosophy of it and the system of it too when it comes to with the 8 limbs of yoga. That's really powerful itself. So that's beautiful. So, oh, I love walking meditation. Went to a Zen center for 3 years and we would do sitting, walking, and working. Yeah, that's beautiful, Dolly. And that's cool that you belong to a Zen center. That's really cool. And just like when it comes to sitting, walking, and working meditation too, all three of them are very beneficial too. And I never heard of like working meditation. That's really cool. I'd love to learn more about that. And walking meditation is beautiful itself as well, especially, when it comes to just, letting the body just move around naturally just by walking, and sitting meditation is good too, just to, if you want to just help to just really, practice just really being present in a moment, just in silence, just by just being with yourself, stillness. So that's really powerful itself. It's really good. That's powerful. And yes, like you said, all three are very helpful. Totally well said there too, Dolly. So beautiful itself. Yeah, definitely walking meditation really does help with, with certain things, challenges too that people deal with, anxiety and all that. I get that. That's beautiful. I can always get silent or guided meditation while I do meditation. Yeah, walks in. That's good at my own pace. And just like when it comes to, with walks in general, it's good. Walking, it can really help just, find that, mental clarity for yourself too, when it comes to, for your own well-being. So that's really cool and how you do that for yourself. And especially for anyone who does practices that in their own way too. So that's really good. And especially, throughout our busy days, we go through so much stuff, and we go through so much stuff too when it comes to dealing with other people, what's happening in our societies and our communities. But when we take the time for ourselves to just really listen to what our body needs, what you need to go for a walk, clear your head in a powerful way too. You just really connect with that in your own way too. And especially like, for those who don't know, I got my certification certification not too long ago. And it really, with that certification, it's really all about, helping people connect, with the, help people connect with their natural selves too, using like creative arts and natural practices from certain certain cultures too. So it's kind of like with that also, and I'm still learning about it too, how I can just really blend it all in when it comes to with yoga and essential oils and everything else. It's pretty powerful. And just like what I want to share with you guys too, when it comes to just like, taking care of ourselves, is just really listening to what you really need right now, especially when it comes to with wellness. And it's just like, when it comes to wellness, it can look so different for so many people. And how we want to practice that in your own unique way too, that's really healing and powerful for you, is just yours alone. Because who am I to tell you how you should really just, practice wellness? I mean, I'll be a total damn hypocrite just really, saying that, if like I'm telling people how they should just, practice wellness. I can show them some cool activities, practices, and tools that can help them with that, but it's their own choice that if they want to just practice that. So with me as a shamanic life coach, I just really want to help people to just really connect with their natural selves, doing like creative arts and just really, practicing, you know, beautiful. Oh my gosh, let me rephrase that. And just really, let them just do that in their own natural way too, without just without having to just really be weird and just taking advantage of it too, if that makes sense for you guys. So yeah, just really want to mention that. And also too, I really want to share some stuff with you guys too, if you guys are just really want to have a discussion about it too, when it comes to with social media and with wellness practices too, that's related to that. And also too, when it comes to with like, social media, I mean, you probably guys heard of this before too, with social media like YouTube, especially Instagram, X, Twitter, Twitter X, if you want to call it too, TikTok. It's just like, when it comes to certain posts, especially to what we see, on our computer screens, or like what we listen to or watched and listen and watch to, when it comes to a certain content, it's really good to discern and question everything. Even the things that, I've shared too. When it comes to with this live stream, especially, when it comes to, for this channel is no echo chamber. You guys are fully comfortable to just really, disagree with me if I'm wrong about certain things, or even just stuff that I just really want to share with you guys and just have an open discussion about too. So when it comes to, with that, and just like when it comes to with you guys just, discerning everything, and it's really good for us to just really do that in a really powerful way too, because I know like in East Asian cultures too, and especially when it comes to like, with the eight limbs of yoga too, and just like, connecting with that, it's really good to just really speak your truth, and really just speaking your truth in the ways that's just really authentic and powerful, and just really comes and really authentic and genuine in a really powerful way too, if that makes sense. And that really helps with anyone to just really, balancing out their own throat chakras too, which really connects to just really speaking our voice, letting our voice be heard, speaking our truth, especially when it comes to, with anything as well. So let me see if people are saying in the chat. Let's see. What's up, Greeter? Good to see you. What's good? What's good? Thank you for being here too. And much love to you, Greeter. Hopefully everything is going well. And again, thank you for being here too. And I hope everyone is having a beautiful day regardless too. Especially for anyone who is watching this live and for those who are watching the replay too. I appreciate you guys for being here and showing support and just dropping your knowledge. If you agree with me, if you disagree, I mean, that's cool. I mean, this is no echo chamber. This is a space for all of us to really just be ourselves. And I'm cool with that too. So, yes, much love to all you guys, especially all the mods, in here too. So, especially all the moderators in here, all the mods who are just making this, live stream safe place for people to just be themselves and everything else, and so on and so forth. But getting back to what I was talking about when it comes to with social media, and I really want to share a post with you guys too, and a couple things too, if you guys are open to just really, reading it too. And today, this morning, and I was just, when I do my daily Instagram kind of scrolling, usually just see some interesting stuff on my feed when it comes to certain things that I like. And just like there was this one post and it really just really connects with the Ashtanga's kind of like system of the eight limbs of yoga too. And the eight limbs of yoga really is just stands for Ashtanga, and if I'm saying that correctly too. And just like when it comes to with the eight limbs of yoga, just there's this post by Yogi Alex, I believe that's his name. He was really talking about how uh, the yamas and the yamas are not yoga philosophy, but I'm really going to show this post in for yourselves, and you guys can really just judge on your own too. How you guys ever want to just express how you feel about this too, and if you guys ever want to check out this post too, you're more than welcome to do so too. So I'm gonna go to the post right here, and like this is a post that I was reading too. This just really popped up in my feed too earlier this morning, and it just really dawned to me too, just like when it comes to what Yogi Alex is talking about. Because, I saw this post, uh, not just like from July, but also from June too. So I'm not sure which one is which. But I'm going to look at the one that's recently in July. So it's kind of like he's saying there's no secret that many yoga teacher training programs have a significant portion or even all of the yoga philosophy hours are dedicated to yamas and niyamas. But let's set the record straight. Yamas and niyamas are not yoga philosophy. They are practices akin to pranayama, pratyahara, or dharana, tools developed to embody yoga philosophy. Consequently, the actual teachings of philosophy are often overlooked. And, when I was reading that, I mean, I can understand where he's coming from too, because, when it comes to with the yama and niyamas, they are really powerful practices, especially in the system of the eight limbs of yoga too. And it's just like, and yoga philosophy, it's a whole different thing itself too. And just like when it comes to with that, and again, he says in the middle paragraph, while cultivating nonviolence, truthfulness, and others are important practices, it's equally crucial to study yoga philosophy to understand why we should practice them and how to practice them correctly. For example, yamas are not moral or ethic behaviors as they taught almost everywhere, but to grasp their essence and application in the context of self-realization, you must first delve into the philosophy of yoga. By neglecting this deeper aspect of yoga, we risk practicing in ignorance and missing out the profound life-changing wisdom that yoga has to offer. Hmm. And just reading that post alone too, and it really, I had to sit with that for a minute too. I even asked dear friends of mine who are actual yoga instructors in their own way too, that I've been practicing for more than a couple decades, just what they felt from this too, and all the answers that I got from my friends too alone were very powerful. And me personally, I have nothing against this post. It's just something to really think about too. And also too, a really dear friend of mine, also too, who's also a yoga instructor, he just mentioned that there should be like some kind of reference where people can just really, learn from it too, like a link or, you know, or something, which is totally, that makes sense because like, with posts like this too, and especially when it comes to, talking about, powerful practices, when it comes to that are linked to like the 8 limbs of yoga, when it comes to practicing yoga, it's just really, good to have like a reference where people can just really, do their own research for themselves and just really learn from it too, because sometimes, with social media, and you guys probably know this before too. Let me see if I could, oh shit. Uh, let me see if I could, let me see if I could post this. And sometimes with the practice, wait, what was I gonna say? Yeah, with social media, it's really good to discern everything and just really, question everything, even if the stuff that's really confusing too, because sometimes, when it comes to with social media and what people post and what people share, it's really good to do that, but also it's really good and it's really important to just really question everything, especially when it comes to with certain things that you are passionate about, and even like this from other people too. So if you guys agree with that, if you guys disagree, you're always more than welcome to share too. And I was just really figuring out how I can really just explain this too in a really powerful way too, without having to just really not being like disrespectful or anything like that, because that's not me. I'm always like a open book when it comes to just explaining things and discerning things to really just trying to understand where other people are coming from, but also too, I just really want to share this post with you guys also too, when it comes to with the 8 limbs of yoga too. And if you guys ever want to check out this link, also it's linked in the description as well. And same goes to the Instagram story too. I mean, it's Instagram posts when it comes to with the 8 limbs of yoga. Just really, when it comes to with this post, and this is a really old article by Amy Hughes. So shout out to her from Yogapedia, and this really explains about explaining the 8 limbs of yoga to from the Yoga Sutras, and it's from Patanjali to Yoga Sutras, and just like when it comes to explaining the 8 limbs of yoga, and just like with the yamas, and I'm just gonna reveal this too, pretty giving you some kind of like awesome fun explanations here too, like with the yamas is really all about like a code of ethics basically too. So like with ahimsa, it really means nonviolence. Satya really means truthfulness. Asetya means not stealing. You know, Bacha Brahmachara, yeah, how do I say it? Brahmachara. It really means abstinence, and apra apragana. If I'm saying that correctly, it really means non-attachment. So it's really when it comes to with the ethics and like a code of ethics when it comes to with the yamas, with like non-violence, truthfulness, non-stealing, and those are really powerful practices to really just to learn, especially for people to just learn in their own ways too, because when it comes to truthful uh, truthfulness, and when it comes to nonviolence, it's really good to practice that. Sometimes it can really just be hard to practice that because certain things challenge us, but at the same time it's really good to just really know that, and to really just study that in a really powerful way too. So when it comes to like with truthfulness, and truthfulness in the ways that can really just be helpful for just practicing that for people too, is just by really really bouncing out their own throat chakras too, so and just like when it comes to with that, and just really for people to just really speak their own truth, it's really important for people to just really do that in their own ways too, and really finding that for themselves in their own lives. So hopefully what I'm saying is making sense because again, I study the 8 limbs of yoga every single every Sunday at least on a regular basis, and I always learn something new when it comes to with the 8 limbs of yoga too. So it's kind of like it's like a never ending kind of like journey of self exploration and learning. And even like from like anyone who's done like a teacher training before too, it's not for the faint of heart, but it's so rewarding at the end of it too. And so it's kind of like, even like after you graduate, you still are learning about yoga too. And just like it's like a never ending and learning process. And it's a beautiful one too, because it really yoga can really help enrich our lives in so many ways too, especially when we honor these practices from East Asian cultures, especially like in India too, like in India as well. And just really, understanding that and really just like applying and practicing these practices in our own unique way too is just it can really be so beneficial. And Dolly says, I agree that it's important to understand that's not for anyone who claims to be an expert on social media. It's actually, yeah, yeah, you're right about that. And like, with social media, oh my gosh, you just hit the nail on the head there, Dolly. It's just like, social media is like a beast of its own. I mean, it's just like, there's posts that'll just make you laugh, that'll make you cry, and posts like the one I was sharing earlier that'll make you kind of like confused, like what the heck? It's like, like what the hell's going on? It probably sometimes if you ever read like, social media posts, it's like it probably make you say something like this. Yes, get over there. Or is something like kind of like this too. Now you tell me. I was like, huh? Now you tell me? It's like you might get mixed confusions, or you might get spoiled by a spoiler or a trailer, wherever that may be too, when it comes to with social media. But it's just like you just got to keep it real though. For real, it's it's just like sometimes with social media, it's like it's a beast of its own too, and just like when it comes to with social media, I mean, it's just like, hey, I mean, whatever people look at on social media, especially if it's on Instagram or on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok or X, or even on YouTube, especially, it's really good to discern everything, even if it's stuff that we love to just follow too. So it's kind of like, questioning everything. It's really important because, maybe there are stuff that's right and there's probably some stuff that's wrong, but overall just really questioning everything is a way of for us to just really practicing wellness that can just really keeping our minds sharp, and also to just really make us be more alert too, if that makes sense. So yes. And so Dolly says the Yamas remind me of the five precincts. Yeah, that's true. You're right about that because they really are connected in a ways too. So, with the prior precepts of Zen Buddhism and the Yamas are, you know, they're not, I say that they're not so different, but they're very, um, I say like, similar in a ways too. So yeah, you're definitely right about that, Dolly. And big shout out to you for saying that too, because I don't know much about Buddhism, but I know a little bit about it from my friends who are into that and are to just, practicing Buddhism. And just like what they've shared too from their own practice, and with the yamas also that's connected to the 8 limbs of yoga, it's like they're very similar in a sense too, but I know they're kind of different in their own unique way too. So that's true. Well said there, Dolly. Good stuff. Good stuff. And what's up, Vivian? I'm sorry if I've ignored you too. So what's up, Vivian? Good to see you. Hope everything is well with you also. And again, too, like thank you for being here too. Hopefully you are doing good and everything else. Hope you're having an awesome day too. So thank you for being here, Vivian and Greeter and Dolly and At My Own Pace, and all you guys too, when it comes to just uh being here. So oh my goodness. So let me see what people are sharing. She says, I am right now studying shamanism. There are so many people who call themselves shamans who have no idea what they're talking about. They might read an article on shamanism. That's true. That's true. And, and it's just like, I'm glad you're doing that too when it comes to studying shamanism, because I'm doing that also, just really being a shamanic life coach. And, I always like to just, practice that and just really, learning from other people and definitely from other cultures too when it comes to shamanism. And I'd love to know, what you've studied also too. So, we can learn from each other, which is pretty powerful. And just like again, too, like you're mentioning, what I was talking about with social media, there's people who talk about certain topics, but you don't know what they're talking about because they're probably not knowledgeable about it, or if they're just, talking out the side of their necks, if just putting it mildly, to say the least. So yeah, you're definitely on point with that too, Dolly. And well said there too. So so yeah, sometimes like even like with that too, Dolly, when it comes to with shamanism and certain people talking about it, but they have no idea what they're talking about it too. Sometimes you probably just want to, sometimes you probably look at them like this.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Yeah, it's like, what? It's like, what are you talking about, man? it's like, huh? It makes you just want to just, question everything. And like I was saying before too, just like question everything. Because, sometimes I even question stuff that I do too. It's like, is that true? Is that actual fact? I just like do my research and just really, discern everything too. So it's this, hey, what you're doing, Dolly, is powerful. And I'd love to learn more about, your studies in shamanism too. So I'm looking forward to seeing that too. And to anyone who's doing powerful things out there too, making content, practicing, shamanism, or whichever that floats your boat too, that's beautiful itself. So yeah, again, if you guys ever want to just, you know, read this article for yourself and just like, in the other posts too that I when it comes to from Instagram, you're more than welcome to do so. And also too, like there's another video too when it comes to with the yoga also too. That really connects with the yoga ethics. So this is a post from let me see if I can post this. This is from Susanna Barkataki. So if you guys ever want to check out her stuff too, see if I could post it, let me see. Let's see, there we go.
Think about all the advertisements for Fair and Lovely cream or other creams that seek to lighten our skin. Shows up in racial profiling, shows up in the comments or things that our family members might say that we don't interrupt or call out. Shows up in commentary about the value of a child based on their complexion. Shows up in the way that we as a community take on AAVE or practice or perform digital blackface and maybe get cultural capital for that, but don't stand alongside our siblings when they are censored for the very same action. Playing into the model minority myth, acting like the things that other people of color experience, particularly Black folks. The model minority is a myth. Perpetuating hierarchy based on caste, a system of oppression that values or assigns value to some people based on some purported or structure of social order that's completely discriminatory and oppressive. We can educate, learn, challenge biases, and most importantly, build solidarity. As South Asians, we need to work on our anti-Blackness. Anti-Blackness systemically strips the humanity from Black folks, as well as continues to uphold the systemic marginalization of Black folks. There's things in our culture that are normalized that do this. Think about all the advertisements for Fair and Lovely cream or other creams that seek to lighten our skin. Shows up in racial profiling, shows up in the comments or things that our family members might say that we don't interrupt or call out. Shows up in commentary about the value of a child based on their complexion. Shows up in the way that we as a community take on AAVE or practice or perform digital blackface and maybe get cultural capital for that, but don't stand alongside our siblings when they are censored for the very same action. Playing into the model minority myth, acting like the things that other people of color experience, particularly Black folks. The model minority is a myth. Perpetuating hierarchy based on caste, a system of oppression that values or assigns value to some people based on some purported or structure of social order that's completely discriminatory and oppressive. We can educate, learn, challenge biases, and most importantly, build solidarity. As South Asian,
So that's the post I was going to share with you guys next too. And like what Susanna was sharing too is really powerful because, even like in spaces too, in like in the yoga community, and especially like in general also too, when it comes to with, it's like how certain like people are kind of like anti-Black. I mean, it's crazy, and especially like, when it comes to just, no one should be valid. No one's value should be determined by. Exactly. Yeah, I totally agree with that too. And it's wild too that, most people still practice that too. And it's just, even because I'm Black myself and I'm proud of who I am as a person. And it's just like, how to explain it? It's just, it's so weird like how certain people just, treat me, especially in like in the yoga space too. And it's just like most people treat me with respect. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I have my fair shares of awesome people that I met in the yoga community. But also too, there are certain people too in the yoga community that are just really, they have some weird kind of energies too. And it's kind of like, sometimes you just gotta just really, really just have like all eyes open too, if that's like a good way of saying that. And it's just like, sometimes too, like, especially when it comes to with, most Black folks are treated, not just like in the yoga space, but also in other spaces too. It's just it's weird, because sometimes, and I'm just go say it bluntly too, you guys could totally disagree. It's just like sometimes, like most people want to emulate us, want to be like us, but also too sometimes they don't appreciate us in a weird way too. They really do some weird stuff towards white people too, and like, if you guys, can relate to that, especially for anyone who is, a Black man or a Black woman, you're always welcome to, share that too. In, for those who are watching this live and for those who are watching our replay, or if you have people who are, Black also too, and you just love them dearly, and you understand where they're coming from with that, you're always welcome to share that as well. It's just like, sometimes, certain people, treat Black folks really weird too, especially like in a place, like in America also. Sometimes, even like with me too, being as a Black man, either people look at you weird, they might think you like want to do something towards them, or if they might just fetishize you in a really weird way too, or they'll just think that you're up to no good or anything like that. And it's just like, a lot of like Black folks, especially in America too, deal with a lot of shit. And, even if they're a celebrity too, I know there's like good and bad people out there, but sometimes too, it's just, the colorism is so damn weird and crazy too, so, you know, it's just like, I'll say it at least too. I'll just say it like that. The colorism is so damn crazy. And it's weird too. And she says, I see a lot of my partner's family, the kids who are light skinned are given more priority. Yeah, that's true. And it's unfortunate that's that way too, because there's a lot of people too who are my complexion who are very, very talented people too. And some of them are known people too that we kind of like follow on social media, kind of like, I don't know if you guys ever heard like with Wesley Snipes, when it comes to him being an actor and all that. I know he's been through some stuff also, but he recently got like the Guinness Book of World Records, for when it comes to with the cameo appearance. But I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to spoil it for any of you guys too who haven't, who don't know what I'm talking about, but I'll just say it at least too with Wesley Snipes being a well-known actor over the last couple of decades. It's just like with him getting a Guinness Book of World Records, that's an achievement of its own too, and that's incredible. For him to just get that kind of achievement, it's so rewarding and so surprising, and it's amazing too, and I'm really just excited and proud for him too. And I'm just saying that as a fan too, of course. But like just really into the point where you're talking about with Dolly, because there's a lot of people out there who are like my complexion or even just darker who are very talented people, but they don't get the recognition that they deserve just because of colorism too, especially in, certain, especially in like places like America. So it's kind of messed up how people just when it comes to with colorism, it's so messed up, you know. So Jr, you just spoiled it. Oh, I don't want to spoil it, but I'll just leave it in the chat. So yeah, I'll just leave it in the chat because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's just um who hasn't seen the movie yet too. But yeah, spoiler alert, it's in the chat. Oh shit. Yeah, I love me some Blade too, Wolf Bro and JR. Blade is awesome. And so, yeah, he's the OG. That's for sure. That is for sure. So, my stepson has a dark complexion. He is often pushed aside. Yeah, I'm sorry that your stepson has been treated like that, but it's just like when it comes to with him, he's probably an awesome person too, Jolly, and I'll keep praying for him and his success too. When it comes to with your stepson, and it just sucks that he has to deal with that, because like your stepson, should get the recognition that he deserves, but it just sucks that he's like he got pushed aside and assumed that he's not intelligent as he is, but even though he's a genius, like you said too, which I believe, you know. So it just sucks that I'm sorry that he had to deal with that, If I'm saying that correctly too, Wolf, Dolly, much love to you and your stepson. I think your stepson is a cool dude, and I don't even know him too, but I just want to say that too. He's a cool dude. But yeah, it's just like with the colorism too. It's just so crazy, and especially in the yoga space too. I mean, I don't know how many times that like I've seen posts, when it comes to relating with yoga. It could be just like, with certain girls who have blonde hair, blue eyes, skinny body, natural nice nails, and everything else and everything in between. It's just like the ones that I don't see there's not much of like a representation of just like when it comes to with people of color, and especially when it comes to like with Black folks, and especially from East Asians too. So it's kind of like when it comes to yoga in the West, it's always the market itself too. When it comes to just with that, it's just really, I'll just say it at least, it's a little bit of whitewash, just because it's like, you see when you look up yoga in the West, it's just like skinny girl, blonde or blue eyes, got a perfect body. And like, I'm saying there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying like there should be more representation when it comes to like with East Asians and especially with Black folks too, who are just as good as, those, the ones who, the white girls who teach yoga, or the white men who teach yoga too, so yeah. Hopefully what I'm saying is making sense, because sometimes in my mind it's just like, and such expressing what's in my mind is kind of difficult too because of my Asperger's. But hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from when it comes to talking about certain topics like this too. So yeah, but yeah, much love to your stepson, Dolly, and same goes to anyone who's has a anyone who's just who are doing powerful things, and especially for ones who are doing powerful things are there too. So you are making perfect sense. Not been asked me to. So thank you. I appreciate that, Dolly. It's just sometimes it's hard for me to get my point across, but always trying to like make it sense for people to understand it too. So I don't want to get things twisted and all that. But sometimes I have to pace myself and just really, get my point across so people can really just understand it. But if you do get it, I appreciate you guys too, especially if I know who is listening to this and watching this live, and for those who are watching a replay too. So yes, indeed, yes. The philosophies, I'll say the philosophies, but like the teachings when it comes to with yoga really come from East Asian cultures too, like from India too specifically. So you're not wrong about that too, JR. And if I'm totally wrong about that too, feel free to let me know, because from my teacher training and just studying about it too, I know when it comes to with the origins of yoga too, it really comes from East Asian cultures, especially when it comes to India particularly, and it just really has deep roots in that kind of culture too. So yes, indeed, you are not wrong about that, JR. But if I'm saying anything incorrect, feel free to let me know, guys, too, because sometimes if I'm saying something wrong, call me out on it. So yes, we do. We think big. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Every single day we think big, even the things that we love to do. So that is true. That is true. That is true. Hmm. Hmm. That is true. That is true. So yes, indeed. Yeah, and even just like when it comes to like with with social media and too, and it's just like when it comes to just like keep not only with like um with yoga, but also too like with Reiki also. And like Reiki is like the beautiful energy, Japanese energy healing, that's it's like a really powerful energy healing that has deep roots, like really deep roots from Japan. I can't even think of that right too. So yeah, it's a really powerful form of energy healing from Japan, basically, is what I'm saying too when it comes to healing. It has really powerful benefits when it comes to for our own subtle body too. And just like, with Reiki and how you want to practice that, if it's, if you want to learn from, in different ways too. It's just like, when it comes to just like with social media and with anything too relating to yoga or with Reiki, or could be just with anything, it's always good to just really you know question everything too, and just really doing your own research, and just really doing that in our own unique way too. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it at that too when it comes to with that topic as well. But hopefully you guys gain some sense of that too. And if you guys ever want to check out the links that I was sharing too earlier, you're more than welcome to share that. Check out those links in the description below at any time as well. So, oh my goodness gracious. I'm about to get my food, but I'm gonna go on a little bit of a break. Then we're gonna do like a quick self-healing meditation too. And then we're gonna pull some cards for the collective. So if you guys are open to that, I'm gonna get my food real quick. It'll take a few minutes, but I will be right back. So let me see if I could play a little something for you guys too. So I will be right back. All right. I am back, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the live stream and everything else too. So when it comes to that, and before I, start, doing this self-healing meditations for anyone who is open to doing that too, you guys are always more than welcome to just really practice this at any time if you guys don't feel comfortable or if you can't for any kind of reason too. You're always welcome to do this, self-healing meditation at any time. But also too, if you guys are enjoying the live stream too and everything else, feel free to hit, showing support by just really sponsoring this, this live stream. And the way you do that is just really hitting the like button too. That really helps when it comes to, with me being the algorithm of YouTube, especially helps this channel grow too when it comes to liking this live stream and everything else. And I really do appreciate everyone's support too. So I appreciate you guys for just, um, you know, being here and just especially throughout your busy day too, when it comes to that. So yes, indeed, I get what you're saying, Jay. Not enough credit and praise is given to someone outside of the culture. Yeah, exactly, JR. I'm glad you understood what I was saying there too. And same goes to you too, Dolly. So I appreciate you guys for saying that. I'm very happy with this discussion. Of course, anytime. And I love having these discussions with you guys too. So, it's like when it comes to doing these monthly live streams, these open discussions, I'll continue to do them as long as I can too. So, hey, I'm glad if you got something from this discussion when it comes to how you want to express yourself and learning something along the way. Hey, I did my job today too. That's cool. So much love to all you guys too who have enjoyed this live stream and everything else too. So good stuff there too. And again, okay, so but Jay, I need to take off for the night. Time for bed. It was great talking to you. Oh, of course. Thank you for being here, Dolly. And again, if you guys have to rest, I mean, who am I to stop you too? So it's like if you need a rest, you need a rest. I mean, sometimes you need our beauty sleep, need to have some fun, and just like really just connecting what you really need right now too. So I totally get it, but being here and showing support really just helps too. And that alone is just that makes me happy the most too. So thank you for being here, Dolly, too. And I hope you get some good night's rest. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of your content too. So and when I see your stuff on YouTube, I'm gonna hit the like button, say hello and show support, how I always do too. So yes, much love to Dolly. And if you guys haven't checked out her channel too, feel free to do so as well. So her channel is awesome. And I'll make sure to make you a moderator if that's cool with you, Dolly, if I haven't done that already. So I will make you a moderator too when I get a chance. So that way you'll post your links and all that stuff too. So yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So yes, indeed. Cool. I will do that too. I'll definitely will do that too, when I get a chance to do so, especially later on tonight too. So I'll definitely will make you a moderator, Dolly, too. And I'll make sure to do that. So you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your evening too. And for anyone else too who needs to rest and all that too, which is totally fine. So with that being said, let me stop the screen here too. And with everything else as well. So thank you for posting her channel, JR. That's good stuff. If you guys ever want to subscribe to, Dolly's channel, here it is too. If you guys ever want to, check out her content as well. So big shout out to her as well too. I love promoting people who are just really doing awesome stuff on social media too. So hey, shout out to Dolly, and if you guys want to check out her stuff, her content, feel free to do so too. So yes, indeed. So like when it comes to with this meditation too, and especially with the self-healing meditation, it's a way for us to just really, bring clarity towards ourselves in a really powerful way too. And just like how you want to just practice that. And just like when it comes to with the self-healing meditation, you're more than welcome to just really practice that in your own way too. And just really, as a tip too, when it comes to with breath work, just really allowing the breath to just flow naturally too. And just like when it comes to just really taking that inhale with the nose and just really taking that deep breath in, however many counts that you want to just take that breath in. It can be just for 2 or 3 or 4 or even just 1, 2. Just really connect with that, connecting with your own breath. And then just like how you want to let go of the breath and to just release. If you want to exhale the breath out through the mouth or through the nose, whichever that flows with you, wherever that feels comfortable with you, just go with that too. And just really, going on your own journey of just really bringing that clarity towards you too when it comes to the self-healing meditations. And so when it comes to this meditation, just really finding a place where you can just come to a place of stillness. So just really taking the time for yourself to just really relaxing your body, relaxing your mind, and just really taking the time for yourself to just really, connect with yourself for a bit too. And just really come to a place of stillness when you're feeling comfortable doing so. If you need to just look around in your environment, if you're in your room, if you're out and about in nature, wherever you are listening to this live stream, just really taking the time for yourself to just really scanning your environment just to get that sense of safety for yourself. And when you're ready, you can just come, like, close your eyes for a bit too. If you want to, just put one hand on your solar plexus, which is right near your stomach, or one hand to your heart, or both hands in prayer. Wherever that floats your boat to, when it comes to bringing that clarity towards you too, just really connect with that. And just really taking the time for yourself to just really connecting with your own breath. And how you can really just do that is just simply by just taking that deep breath in with the inhale. Just really taking that deep breath in with the inhale. And then letting go of the breath with the exhale. Just releasing the breath out through the mouth or through the nose, whichever that feels comfortable for you. And just really exploring that for yourself. Just really taking that deep breath in with the inhale. Just feeling your own breath, just filling you up with new energy as you are taking that deep breath in with the inhale. Bringing that clarity towards you too, to where you can just really set an intention for yourself too. Just like when it comes to just taking that deep breath in, inhale. And when you're ready to release, just exhale the breath out through the mouth or through the nose, whichever that feels comfortable for you. And just really allowing the breath to just flow naturally, just going at your own pace and at your own time. If it feels like you're going slower when it comes to your breath or faster, just really connect with that. Just really allowing the breath to just flow naturally, especially when we're just taking the time for ourselves to just really being present in this very moment, to just really bringing that clarity towards us to where it can really just feel whole again. And when it comes to taking that really powerful inhale with our own breath, and when we're ready to release all that heaviness, go out of our bodies, out of our minds, out of our hearts. Just exhaling the breath out through the mouth or through the nose, whichever that feels comfortable for you. And just really going on our journey to just really going with the flow when it comes to with your own breath. Just really letting it flow naturally, going at your own pace, at your own time, taking that deep inhale with your own breath, and then releasing that breath out through the mouth or through the nose, whichever that feels comfortable for you. And just go along with that too, and at your own pace, at your own time. And as we are continuing to just connecting with our own breath by simply just taking a deep breath in with inhale, just breathing in that intention that you want to set for yourself when it comes to bringing that clarity towards your emotional health, for your physical health, and for your mental health. Just really bringing that clarity towards you in every aspect. When it comes to with your own breath, by taking that deep inhale, however many counts that you want to just take that inhale, just really connect with that, with your own breath, and just really going with the flow of it too. And when you're ready to release, just exhale the breath out through the mouth or through the nose, whichever that feels comfortable for you. Just releasing that at your own pace, at your own time, just really going with the flow of it too. And just really embracing that also too in your own unique way to just really connect with your breath in your own way too. Because your breath is your breath. It has very powerful, powerful energy to it. It can really help you to just really find that clarity for yourself in ways that really just feels right for you too. When we take that time for ourselves to just really taking that deep inhale when it comes to just really bringing that clarity towards your heart space, towards your solar plexus, even towards every aspect of yourself too, your shoulders, your throat chakras, your third eye, just really bringing that intention, that clarity towards those places too with your own breath. And just really taking the time for ourselves to just releasing the breath out through the mouth or through the nose, whichever that feels comfortable for you. Just really releasing all that heaviness and all that heaviness go to wherever that you're dealing with also. And just really taking the time for yourself to just really recognizing that when you just, feel the breath, feel your own breath when it comes to taking that deep inhale, allowing the breath to just lift you up and just really in ways that really just feels right for you. And when you're ready to release, just exhale the breath out through the mouth or through the nose, whichever that feels comfortable for you. And just really taking the time for ourselves to just really thank ourselves for taking the time to just practice this beautiful form of self-care to where we can just allow the breath to just flow naturally and allowing us to just really uplift us too in so many ways when we are just taking that deep breath in with our own inhale to just really breathe in towards those places that can really just help us to uplift ourselves, to make us feel whole again, and to make us feel like us, our natural selves, in the ways that really just feel right for us with our own inhale. And just really allowing ourselves to just release anything that's no longer needed with the exhale, releasing that through the mouth or through the nose, whichever that feels comfortable for you. And just really always know that we have the ability and the power to practice this beautiful form of self-care at any time in our lives. So whether you are out and about or if you're at home, just always know that we have the ability and the power to just really connect with our own breath to where we can just bring that bring that clarity towards ourselves to where we can just really feel uplifted and just really feel powerful when we just allow the breath to just uplift us when we are breathing in with our belly, our heart, and just really bringing that clarity towards those places too when we are just taking that deep breath in. And just taking the time for ourselves to just release all that heaviness, go with the exhale, releasing that from ourselves too, to where we can just let go and just really releasing the breath out of our mouths or through our nose, whichever that feels comfortable for us. And just really thanking ourselves in a really healing, powerful way. And when you are ready, also just really taking the time for ourselves to just really bring your awareness back into your body. If you need to stretch out your toes, your ankles, your arms, your legs, just really taking the time for ourselves to just really doing that in a really powerful way too. Where that floats your boat when it comes to with your own body. Just really connecting with that. And when you're ready, you can come back and open your eyes. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed that kind of meditation too. And it's been a minute for me doing this too. So I'm kind of like, a little bit, um, just a little hesitant there too, to say the least. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed the meditation nonetheless too. So love the meditation. I may end up falling asleep. Hey, sleep is good. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to sleep, so before I go to sleep, good night, Jay. Great. Thank you, JR. I appreciate that too. So much love to you. Thank you for being here too, JR. And if you got something from the meditation, if you feel like you want to get some good night's rest and everything else, that's cool too. So much love to you, JR. And you get some good night's rest too, wherever that floats your boat when it comes to you for your self-care needs, because sleep is good. I mean, shoot. Sleep is as much as important for us like sex and food and everything else. I mean, it's essentials. It's one of those essentials in our self-care practice. Sleep, sex, food, whole nine yards too. So but again, too, I'm gonna, pull some cards for the collective, and then we're gonna just wrap this up too. So let me see if I can. Let's just connect with the universe here with these beautiful, beautiful messages to where we can just learn something from this live stream today, and especially for this week too, for collective. So let's see. What's messages? Take for this. Oh, interesting. Most interesting. Let's see. Hmm. How use the next message? Last message for the effect that we continue these messages. Hmm. Hmm. So some powerful messages for the collective too that that I have here too. And if any of these messages resonate with you at any time, if you're watching this live still, or if you're watching a replay in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts at any time as well. Even if they don't resonate with you too, that's totally fine. That's your choice. And hey, you have every right to ignore these messages if they don't resonate with you. But if they do, you always are welcome to share your own feelings and thoughts at any time too. So when it comes to what the first message for the collective is all about peace. So when it comes to with peace, also just really, taking the time for ourselves, just really finding that for ourselves too, especially when it comes to finding those peaceful moments in our lives also too. And when we take the time to find, peace in every aspect of our lives, it can really help us to just really find clarity for ourselves too in ways that are it's very healing and very, assuring too. So when it comes to with peace, just really taking the time for ourselves to just really find that in every aspect of our lives too, to really just find some peace for our mind, peace for our mental state, peace for our emotional state, especially for our physical state too. So when it comes to with peace, just really finding that for ourselves in every aspect of our lives too, especially for our overall health. And just like when it comes to what the next message that I have for you guys too is all about releasing. So just really taking the time for ourselves to just really release too. And like I'll explain, like in the meditations too, when it comes to just exhaling the breath out through the mouth or through the nose is a really powerful way to just really releasing anything that's no longer needed. So when it comes to just releasing and just really, releasing that in a really healing and powerful way, just really taking the time for yourself to just really doing that in a really powerful way too, just really releasing anything that's no longer needed, that's holding you back, that's just, not healthy for you anymore. Just really taking the time for yourself to just really releasing that, throw it in the fire, like it's in the image in this powerful divine feminine message here too, when it comes to with this beautiful goddess here of Ixchel, and just throwing it in the fire, releasing that too, and just really releasing that anything that's no longer needed, that's holding you back. It could be from certain things, it could be from certain people, or it could be from with anything too. That wherever that however it shows up to you too, when it comes to you know anything that's no longer resonating with you, just really releasing that in a really healing and powerful way too. When it comes to with this message, and just really taking the time for ourselves, and just really using our masculine energy to just really have some more enjoyment in our lives also too when it comes to with this really unique message from Loki here too. Thor's brother, of course, is always portrayed as the villain, but as when it comes to with this message, when it comes to play, just really using our masculine energy to just really bring some more fun into our lives in a really healing and powerful ways too. That's just that's really healing and powerful. So when it comes to using our masculine energy to just really, you know, bringing having more fun in our lives too, and just really using our own masculine energy to just really do that. Just really, fighting that for yourself too, and just really doing that in a really powerful way too. So when it comes to with this message, especially when it comes to play, just really, fighting that for yourself and using your own masculine energy to just really bring more fun into your life, however it shows up for you, however you want to express that, just really, doing that in your own unique way to just really have more fun in your life and just really doing that. That's really healing and powerful for you too when it comes to with this message. So, and so for anyone who resonates with these three powerful messages, for anyone who is still watching this live, and for those who are watching a replay too, you're always welcome to share your own feelings and thoughts at any time too, when it comes to these powerful collective messages too, for anyone who is watching this, live stream live, and for those who are watching a replay too. So with the I'll share these messages again too for anyone who's just curious about them and who resonates with them too. So the first one is all about just with peace, just really finding that peace in every aspect of your life too, when it comes to for your emotional health, for your mental health, for your physical health, and for your overall health in general too. Just really find those peaceful moments in your lives also too, and just really find that for yourself in your own unique way too. When it comes to this message, and just really taking the time for yourself, so just really releasing anything that's just doesn't resonate with you anymore too. Just really releasing that in a really healthy and powerful ways too. That's just really, healing for you. Just really releasing that, throwing it into the fire, or just really releasing that in a really powerful ways too. That can just really be self-assuring for you too, to where you can just really releasing anything that's no longer needed to, in your lives too. And however it shows up to you too, just really taking the time for yourself to just really releasing, in a really powerful way too. That's just really, self-assuring and just really powerful for you too. And just really, taking the time for yourself to just really, have more fun in your life and just really using your masculine energy to just really bring more fun into your life, also to how you want to express that when it comes to having fun, being playful, just really expressing that with your own masculine energy too, and just really doing that in your own unique way too when it comes to with this message of just really having more fun into your life and just really, doing that in a really healing and powerful way too. So with that being said, I thank you guys for watching this live stream too. And again, for those who are here and for those who are still here watching this live, I thank you guys for being here too. I have nothing but love and respect for you guys too. For those who are watching the replay, I love you guys also too. Thank you guys for being here too. I really do appreciate your guys' support too. And again, also too, like if you guys ever want to show support too when it comes to with this live stream, just feel free to hit the like button too. That really sponsors the show, helps me to be on, the YouTube algorithm, so to speak too. And also too, really just share this live stream too. If anyone who loves to talk about wellness in every aspect too, when it comes to physical wellness, emotional wellness, mental wellness too. And yeah, much love to all you guys too. For those who are just, are are still watching this live, and for those who are watching the replay too. If you guys ever want to reach out to me too, especially if you guys love, when it comes to plants, like, with stuff from doTERRA too. Like I know like with doTERRA, they have some awesome stuff too when it comes to with self-care products like the deep blue stick that helps relax the muscles. If you just have like sore muscles, if your neck's feeling tight, if your wrists are feeling kind of tight too, deep blue stick is a really cool product to have also too. Or if you just like, love to be in the sun, but you need some, some really good sun protection too. Like this doTERRA has the sun stick too for anyone who loves to be in the sun, who loves to sunbathe, so on and so forth. It's got like shea butter, all stuff that's natural. It's plant based. It's vegan, plant based, and all that too. And it really helps protect you with the sun for 8 hours straight too. It lasts for a really long time. So it's a really cool product to have, especially if you love being outside and especially around the sun too. Especially if you're going on vacation too, you can put this in your suitcase as well. So, and also too, you just like if you need some protection from all the nastiest stuff out there too, when it comes to with On Guard, having that kind of sanitizing mist spray too can really just be helpful, especially if you're just like out and about, if you're just like, wondering if like where those germs are coming from too, if you're going to work, if you're just, out and about too in society, it's always good to protect yourself, especially protecting your energy too when it comes to with all the nastiness stuff that's out there too. So like when it comes to having that On Guard sanitizing mist spray can really just be helpful too for anyone who loves to just protect themselves and have like a sanitizer too that doesn't dry up your hands, but also makes your skin feel soft as well too. So if you guys ever want to check out these, the awesome doTERRA products too, you're more than welcome to, check out the doTERRA referral link too. at any time as well. It just waivers all the fee when it comes to being a doTERRA membership too. But it's absolutely free. If you check out the doTERRA referral link too, you get the free membership. It's just always just like when it comes to, for anyone who's interested in just really having some awesome self-care products that can really just be helpful in our own self-care routine too. And with the doTERRA referral link too, it's just like you get the membership for free too, because it's waivered. And just like all you pay is just like when it comes to like with the shipping too, like around like say like $6 or seven too. And if you guys ever want additional products too at your own choice, like as I was sharing too, like in the screen on the screen too, like with the On Guard sanitizing mist, like the sanitizing mist and the muscle relaxer too. When it comes to Deep Blue, you're more than welcome to do so. Feel free to check out these awesome products at any time, wherever that floats your boat when it comes to self-care, certain self-care products. And yeah, that's pretty much it too. And again, if you guys have any questions about with doTERRA as well too, you're always welcome to hit me up as well too at any time. And if you guys ever want to check out our social media links too, when it comes to like I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on X, we call it X too, and especially with my gaming channel also too. If you guys ever want to check out my gaming channel, which is really all about gaming too. I love to be entertaining when it comes to gaming too, because I usually just have fun, cuss a lot, all that stuff too. But it's all for fun though too. If you guys ever want to check that out for yourself, also you're more than welcome to do so. And also, if you guys ever want to book a Reiki session too, like a distance Reiki session or like an online yoga class too, or if you guys ever want to check out my exclusive content on Patreon when it comes to a certain topics relating to not just self-care and wellness, but also with relationships and so much more, feel free to check out my Patreon page too. And yeah, because my Patreon page is still in the works too, but I would love to make some more stuff on there too, in the years coming up too. And yeah, much love to all you guys who are watching this. I'm about to wrap this up. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the social media streets. So much love to all the content creators who are doing awesome things like Dolly at my own pace and a lot of other content creators too that I know personally and especially the ones that I collab with too. So yeah, much love. Hope you guys gained something too from the meditation. Also, if you fell asleep from it, you feel more relaxed. That's awesome. If you felt more energized, that's awesome too. When it comes to that, it's just like the intention with the meditation is just to really connect with yourself too, to where you can just really find that clarity for yourself, to where you can just really allow the breath to just flow naturally and just really, practice being present, allowing your mind to relax, your body to relax, let the breath just flow naturally. Just taking that deep breath in with the inhale and setting the intention with the breath too. Just really taking that deep breath in and then just really letting all that heaviness go, just like when it comes to releasing the breath out. Exhale, releasing that out through the mouth or through the nose, whichever that feels comfortable for you, and just really go with the flow with it too. So, but anyways, enough about me. Just talking about meditations, and plants, and all that beautiful stuff. I'm gonna let you guys go. It's been like almost 2 hours so far. Shit. So I'm gonna let you guys go. And again, if you guys ever want to check out the social media links and the article that I was sharing too, when it comes to the 8 limbs of yoga and everything else, you're more than welcome to check it out. Check them out at your own pace, at your own time. Feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts about it too at any time. And you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, rest of your week, especially too. And throughout the month of August, I'm looking forward to making more content for you guys on this channel too, when it comes to self-care, wellness, adding some little bit of entertainment, educational too, along with that too. And yeah, much love, many blessings. Stay safe, stay healthy. Stay true to who you guys are. In your own unique way too, whether you're a man, if you're a woman, straight or gay, etc. How you want to identify yourself. And yeah, much love, many blessings, and take care, guys. And also too, I'm gonna play. I always love playing mantras too when it comes to that. And if like a beautiful mantra, and especially like an affirmation too, to help you to just really love yourself in a deeper way too. And like the great Bernie Mac said too. And here's the clip. I'll just let him say it. He'll say it much better than I'll ever say it too.
People don't like how you be yourself. Fuck them. Fuck them up against the wall. Wear handcuffs on and crazy through all the lips. That's all you do.
That's all you do. And you know what? Just like, if people don't like to be yourself, hey, that's their problem too. And just like always love yourself in a deeper way too. And like make a promise to yourself, like this awesome legendary wrestler says here too.
And that is a promise.
Yay. So, anyways, much love, many blessings, and take care, everyone. You guys have a beautiful rest of your day, rest of your weekend, the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you guys are in the world too. If you're on Earth, if you're in a different galaxy, different reality, hey, so be it. So, but anyways, much love and many blessings. All right, now where is that goddamn button? There we go.